let me tell you something. I didn't grow up smart. I didn't. I struggled. ADHD, trouble reading, definitely trouble paying attention. Life hasn't been easy for me. My two sisters had it easy. I guess they enjoyed reading. They enjoyed school. I love school because I love to socialize. But I did. I loved learning, but it wasn't easy. But I never gave up on myself. But I was a victim. I felt like a victim. I felt like I was always trying extra hard, working extra hard. Like I just didn't meet the bar. That's a victim mentality. And because I always felt that way, dyslexia, ADHD, and back then it wasn't diagnosed. So I struggled to fit in. I struggled to keep a job. I struggled. But I always overcame being a victim by doing what was expected of me, right? Going to get a master's degree, finishing college, pledging Delta. I worked hard, but then people would be like, well, you just say anything, like unfiltered. I've met I just say whatever's on my mind, or I may say something inappropriate, or I may have to do things 2 or 3 times in order to get it right. And then those inadequacies or feeling like a victim, I found comfort in smoking. That was like my way of, okay, I can finally do something right. But then when I got on, after losing so many jobs, I think I lost 4 jobs in 1 year. I think I've been fired from 3 after 3 warnings. And I've changed careers probably 12 times in my lifetime. I'm 53. You feel like you've done and had enough. And out of all those places you've worked, you're going to grab some skill sets from all those places. So I'm well versed. I'm very smart. Just not smart like by other people's terms, right? But I didn't grow up that way. I grew up very creative, intuitive, spiritually gifted. So you have to know what your strength is. And then when I got on YouTube, I discovered not only that people were making a whole lot of money on YouTube, but I found my voice and the ability to be my authentic, true self. If I wanted to show up in my mukbangs with wigs on, I did, because I get to be a character and I get to dress up in my house. So the wigs is like my dress up. But I'm a mom 90% of the time, so I look like damn it most of the time, which is no earrings, no lipstick, no eyebrows on. And I finally found a comfortable place where I get to use my hands, be as loud as I want, and be encouraging. God give each person a gift of prophecy, gift of teaching, gift of healing. And my gift happens to be teaching. So, and encouraging, connecting, engaging. I love, now, despite the views, I'm still showing up for me because I have a message to share. And I was listening to Doe Dash last night, who was talking about being the underdog. And I was like, I guess I would call it an underdog or a black sheep, or like I said, having a victim's mentality, but I know I'm destined for greatness, and the time is now. YouTube is in slow mode. Yes, I've been on here 4 years, but I still believe right now is my breakthrough season and the harvest is coming. I've seen all these people winning on YouTube, and I'm too encouraged to lose. I know I'm going to win right now in this season of the 9 to 5 just ended 2 weeks ago. Why wouldn't this be the opportune time to go real hard on my channel, keep putting content out there, knowing that the breakthrough's coming, knowing that the people that need to hear it or my community is going to show up and be like, yes, we get it. This world is hurting. People are struggling. You look just like me. You're a mature mom. Well, you don't find mature moms, but I found some more on TikTok last night. I was like, oh my God, what's that? I haven't found them over here on YouTube yet. But anyway, I have met a lot of ladies who are raising their grandkids, and they're in my comments. And a shout out to y'all. And I appreciate them every day for cheering me on. And we're in this together because it's not an easy task to be I think one of my subscribers called it a sandwich generation. And you're pulled. And if I go back to work, it has to be under my guidelines. But we're confident right now that this season, right today, right now, breakthroughs coming, and we're going to make our way on YouTube just as other content creators have. There's plenty of money out there. And people need to see everyday people that look like they're in the dumpster, that look like you, who are rising, sharing just their everyday story. One of my subscribers said, Lisa, tell us about boarding school. And I will. But this morning was just about being a victim. And I have to put this on Mrs. Carter that when I got rid of that victim mentality and established my confidence by showing up for myself, keeping a script, knowing what I was going to say, meditating with God, saying, what do the people need to hear? That's when I said, I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling more confident. And I was able to quit smoking just by becoming disciplined, believing in myself, digging deep and understanding why we smoke, what mental health issues there were, whether it be self-esteem, exercise, confidence, why did you feel low self-esteem? Why did you feel that way? Because once you admit the truth, you felt like you didn't measure up. You felt like you were under pressure. And then on YouTube, I discovered what anxiety was. I had no idea that I was nervous every time I went into a sorority meeting. That I was nervous every time I went into a conference room for our board meeting. I had no idea what that nervousness was. Or like if you got to go to a party, let me smoke a cigarette beforehand. But once I figured out people experience a little nervousness about entering into a situation, oh, that's anxiety. And I was like, well, we can put the cigarettes down now that I understand. And you had to do a weaning off process because it is a drug. So if you feel like so that's part of suffering. Couldn't breathe. You're tied to it. It's a monkey on your back. You know that's not how you were raised. You don't want to be a smoker. You don't want to be confined in your chest. If you've been suffering and you don't want to suffer anymore, you have control of your life and you do not have to suffer anymore. Freedom is ours. You walk in your authority. Once you write it down, some roadblocks that you want to address, some things you want to accomplish that day, everything will make its way once you write things down and you see it, then you know what you want out of life. And then you say, I am living a purpose-driven life because you deserve joy. You deserve the things you desire. You can dream big and aspire to those goals. Isn't that great? And nobody should tell you that you can't. And that part, listen here, do not buy into those people that say why and if. Do it. If you were led to it, do it. And don't let anybody deter you. And if you're scared, upload scared. Because I was scared when I started too. Still get scared when I go live. Don't know what the heck to talk about. But you just operate scared. Isn't that profound? I already told you all about FEAR. False expectation accepted as real. So go for it. Live now. Get out there. Operate scared. Whether it be on TikTok, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Lemon. But let me tell you, show up as yourself. Don't paint the picture like you're perfect, unless you are. Absolutely. If you are, and that's how you look, show up. I choose to show up as authentically Lisa. Okay? And I hope that you accept that. And if you don't, then I'm not for you. And that's okay. That's okay. So go for it. Be an underdog. No longer be an underdog. Be a dog that's off the leash, living his life, baby. Running free with no confounds and no constraints. We are demonstrating your best self for the world. No, demonstrating yourself. Just demonstrating for you, but you happen to be doing it on YouTube. And somebody might need to hear what you have to say. I just want to encourage you today, just do not give up on yourself. And if you feel like you're just being beaten up or you don't know what to do, start where you are. And this will be your little personal journal. If you don't want to write it down, talk to yourself. And it's very uncomfortable. People over 50, we didn't have this tool. But boy, oh boy, I'm sure glad I found my way day by day.